What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Got my boy with me. Man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but we just want to welcome y'all to the J and B, the Talk of the Dirty South show, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, man, go ahead and let them know who you are.
You already know, man. It's your boy, Bush. The dirty South Bush boy. You know what you want to call me, man. It's your boy Boom, man. We back in action. You know what it is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, I know we ain't did no video in a minute together. You know what I'm saying? But definitely support the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Don't forget to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your paper bag for the paper bag people for your boy, man. Tell everybody about Fan of Atlanta 365 and JMB, the Talk of the Dirty South show, man. We just want to kind of give y'all our pregame analysis. As y'all know, we like to do these segments. So, we're gonna get into these segments. And it's hate week. You know what I'm saying? It's hate week. I hate the New Orleans Aints. I know this man hate the New Orleans Aints. So, we just want to, kind of go at them a little bit. It's all in fun. But at the same time, y'all already know how we feel about y'all, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the first segment. It's called Keys to the Dub. In Keys to the Dub, what we like to do is give you guys our offense, defense, and maybe a overall just some statements or some bullet points that we need to do in order to get this W in Atlanta against the New Orleans Aints and go ahead and sweep these boys. So, hey, we want everybody, if you're listening right now, man, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment if you got something to say, because we always going to comment back. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all going to be in the chat box. We're gonna try to get to y'all comments. If you following us on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, you can send your comments in the Facebook box, and we're going to go ahead and read them out. But if you're watching right now, man, shout yourself out. Let us know that you're in the building, so we can shout you out. But we're gonna get to the first topic of discussion. It's called the Keys to the Dub. So Bush, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start that thing off, man. What you got for the offense? What do the offense need to do?
For the offense, key to the dub, of course, the offensive line. You got to go out there maintain the block. I know Jaden Mayfield. He questionable. I don't know. They say he gonna actually play yet, but I know he on the questionable block right now. The offensive line got to go out there and block. Of course, the wide receivers got to keep doing what they're doing. I think they've been a okay game this year. Especially for the injury we've been having and people who had to step up, like Gage and stuff. So, hey, I want to see that. I also want to see the running game. I want to see about every running back about 4 carries. Let's see what we got. At least 4 carries. Let's see what we got out there. And I think that's the key to the door, the offense line, and then put the ball inside the running back hand and let the running back do what they do.
Okay. So for me, I got three different points for the offense. First, we can't let Cam Jordan take over this game. Like you said, offensive line, y'all got to be ready today, to tomorrow. In the last 3 games, Cam Jordan has accounted for 7.5 sacks. He had 3.5 against Carolina last week. He had 2 against Miami the week before, and he had 2 in the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if I went out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, so we cannot allow Cam Jordan to take over this game, because it seems like as the weeks are going, for the past 3 weeks, he's been wreaking havoc out there. So we got to be ready to block Caleb McGarry. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get him matched up against Caleb McGarry, maybe even put him in the inside sometimes and try to get him to go against Jalen Mayfield if he actually plays. I know he's questionable right now, but if Jalen Mayfield plays, and then if Jalen Mayfield don't play, I look to see them, bring him in the inside and allow him to go against whoever replaces Jalen Mayfield. So, we definitely gotta take, account for Cam Jordan and don't allow him to take over this game. Next, we gotta let Matt Ryan get his 4,000 yards passing. You know what I'm saying? He 248 yards from passing. So the O-line gotta give him time. You know what I'm saying? We also need a balanced run game. We need a run game that can be established like last week, how I said. We ain't gotta go over 100 yards. We just need to make them have to play on their toes. Mike Davis was running hard last week. So, with Mike Davis running hard, that opened up the passing game for Matt Ryan. Unfortunately, we did lose that game, but y'all saw what happened. So I want Matt Ryan to get his 4,000 yards, and he's 248 yards from that. Let's answer this comment. Yusuka Knight said, "What's your opinion on Calvin? What's good, y'all? Hey, man, Yusuka Allen."
Hey man, your camera says went out. It seems like we having some problems that we need to fix real quick. That about Calvin Ridley. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. All right.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, it look like your screen went out
You said mine's up?
on my screen.
On my screen, sure. Okay, Steven got to come
Yeah.
back.
Hey, come back in. Hold on, let me. One moment, y'all. We having a few technical difficulties. StreamYard ain't our friend today. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So, to answer Yusuka Knight's question, see, we can go on all day about this Calvin Ridley thing, and I'm really not trying to get off into that right now, especially because we don't have the facts. I have heard rumors about him, deciding that he wanted a fresh start. Y'all already know how I feel about him. I just felt like it's time to, go ahead and let Calvin Ridley go ahead and go to another team. I think I was talking to Bush yesterday, and we was talking about this situation. I told him, I think the Falcons should look to trade him and try to get a first round pick for him. I think a perfect destination would be the Buffalo Bills, with them already having Stephon Diggs. Adding Calvin Ridley to that team could help us, can get us a first round pick because they already in the playoffs. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you and hear you.
Okay. Yeah, you add Calvin Ridley to that offense with Stephon Diggs. You already have Josh Allen, so you have a capable quarterback who can throw it downfield, who has a strong arm, and they have a decent, running game. I think that would be a perfect situation for Calvin Ridley. But at the same time, the Falcons have the best opportunity to get a first round pick because we given the Buffalo Bills a first round talent. But at the same time, the Falcons need that another first round pick because Calvin Ridley is a big part of our team, but at the same time, if he don't want to be here, we're not gonna force him to be here. So that's just my opinion on it. I'm gonna let Bush, give his opinion if he had one.
Yeah, yeah, like I've been saying, the beginning of the when Calvin Ridley first started sending out, and at first we thought it was some problems he was having, some mental issues. But as time went on, you know, he wouldn't be on the sideline. He wouldn't participate in nothing. So, hey, we've been saying, hey, let's get rid of Cal Ridley. I think a lot of teams gonna be looking for him. The Bills, I think the Raiders gonna need another wide receiver out there since what happened to Ruggs. The Dolphins may be looking for another wide receiver to carry to boost their team up. I can see a lot of teams going after him. And I think, of course, try to get the most picks you can, but at least a first round. So we definitely got to go out there and address that issue and go get another wide receiver in this draft, or through the free agent, but I'd rather get one out of the draft, a young guy who have long term with us. Um, the Cal Reddit, yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on. They haven't really made a statement. It's just rumors that Cal Reddit, he want to first start, and he actually have showed that power got some truth to do with it, because he just haven't been a team player, and we really don't need that thorn in our foot, our hand right now. We just need to get rid of it, and move on. It's like you said at first. The Falcons, he came in, he showed um, a lot of potential. Did some great things while he was here. That if he want to move on, man, no need to beat a dead horse or keeping something around that don't want to be there. So it's time they trade him and move on. I think with Kyle Pitts and Rusty Gates, if we go out there and get another wide receiver, I think our offense could be pretty good. So that's my take on the Cal Riddick situation. I wish him the best.
Yeah, Yasuka Knight said, I agree with you, man. I want guys to who want to be on the team. Yeah, if you don't want to be here, man, there's the door. I prefer to have players that want to be here and have losing seasons than to have players that don't want to be here and still have a losing season. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just not in the business of trying to, feel sorry for this man. Like if he dealing with mental health issues, for you to say I want to first start, that really doesn't fix the issue. Are you working on yourself? Because at the end of the day, a fresh start is just gonna give you more problems. You know what I'm saying? So is it because you had mental health issues, or did you use that as an excuse so that you can you thought that it was going to give you some kind of like leeway to kind of like not have to play and not have to be a part of the organization? But in the end, we as fans, like I stated in my video when I did talk about the Calvin Ridley issue, we deserve more, man. You know what I'm saying? Julio Jones did us wrong last offseason. We got rid of him, and we've been, look what he's looking like. And Calvin Ridley, we get rid of him and we move on. You know what I'm saying? We got to have people who want to be here, not people who are forced to be here, or feel like they've been a hostage. Yasuka Knight also said offensive line protecting Matt Ryan, running game got to step up, and defense get turnovers. Yeah, we definitely gonna get to that, man. We definitely gonna get to that. So I'm gonna get to my last point going into this game for the offense. Let's help Cal Pitts break the record. Mike Ditka, rookie tight end receiving yards record. He needs 59 more yards in order to break that record. So let's go ahead and give him that. He already has the most receiving yards as a rookie at that position, the tight end position. I'm sorry. He already broke the 1,000-yard receiving yards for a rookie tight end. Now it's time to break that record that Mike Ditka record. So we got to help Matt Ryan get those 4,000 yards and help Kyle Pitts break that record. If Kyle Pitts play, I know he's questionable as well, but I'm assuming he's going to play. I don't see them sitting him out, especially when he has an opportunity to break that record. So let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. What you got for the defense?
Man, the defense line, definitely need to step up, put pressure on the quarterback. Hey, let's start the running game. Let's stop them from running up the middle and stuff. Um, we really got to start that running game, because I know they're gonna try to run with Kamara. We got to stop him. Um, then we got to put pressure on the quarterback. They play on Tyson Hill. Tyson Hill, he loves running on us. So we got to go ahead and start that out the gate. Like, go ahead and nip that in the bud right then and there. Show that he can't run. He got to use his arm on us. Because if we get him to use his arm, hey, we going to stop him all day, every day. So start their run game and stop passing here for running. I definitely want to see that on the defense. The DBs have been stepping up. Everyone know what AJ Terrell can do. Harmon, I didn't believe in Harmon, but Harmon last day, I was paying attention to him. He do look pretty good like that in the DB. And you hit on him before that Harmon actually played the safety pretty decent. I paid attention to him more, and he have been last game he did pretty good. Of course, Hawkins doing his thing. He's stepping up. Of course, give him the playing time. I want to see him and Grant on the field together more because I want to see how they gonna act. Because of course, we probably got one more year out of Homer, and I want to see how Grant and Hawkins be on the field more. Um, more. I want to see more step up more. He he got to be that shutdown cornerback to help out AJ Terrell. The middle linebacker, they doing their thing. Hey, they just got to keep doing what they doing. Hey, then the game gonna speak for itself.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. I'm agreeing with most of that, everything you said. And my keys to the dub for the defense, I said we got to stop the run. New Orleans is going to use the same approach that the Buffalo Bills did last week. They're going to run with their running back and they're going to run with their quarterback. Taysom Hill, we can't let him beat us with his legs. You know what I'm saying? We cannot allow him to beat us with his legs and his arm. We have to make him force him to beat us with his arm. Now, if he beat us with his arm, then hey, we go to the middle of the field, we shake it up and say, hey man, you got us. But we cannot allow him to beat us with his legs as well, because then we pretty much out of the game. Also, like you said, Alvin Kamara, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be he definitely looking to to take over this game. The New Orleans Aints have a chance to make the playoffs, so we can determine if they go into the playoffs or not by doing what we have to do, and that's stopping the run on defense. Also, I said create pressure. We got to dial up some blitzes. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow Taysom Hill to get comfortable and just sit in the pocket or just scramble out to the side and wait and to improvise and allow his receivers to get open. We got to bring pressure. And Dean P's defense is predicated on playing cover one. You know what I'm saying? That's man on man, one safety over the top. Right now, we haven't been doing a good job in man-on-man defense. But if we can master that this week, with the New Orleans Aints don't really have a top receiver. They have a group of receivers, but they don't have a top receiver. Like, they don't have Michael Thomas. So we can kind of man up and let's go mano y mano. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start playing the way Dean Pease wants us to play. And he wants to be able to send those blitzes and know that the coverage is going to hold up on the back end. So let's go out swinging. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out swinging. Let's stop having to play these soft zones and allowing teams to just eat up yards on us. We got to go out here and attack them before they attack us. So that's my next thing. Last, play physical. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a physical game. We already know when New Orleans Aints and the Atlanta Falcons meet, it's always going to be a game of who wanted more. You know what I'm saying? So we got to show that we wanted more than the New Orleans Aints, because they're going to come out ready to play. They got to play. They can make it to the playoffs. Of course, they need also San Francisco to lose, which there's a chance that San Francisco could lose. I think they play who they play. I want to say the Rams this week. You know what I'm saying? So that's a capable game to lose, which opens that door, for the New Orleans Aints. So I want to be the one. I want our team to be the ones that end it for them and start their off season tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Just like our off season starts tomorrow. Overall, I got 2 points. We got to be self-motivated. Self-motivation is going to be the key this week. If you ain't motivated to play this game, you shouldn't even be on the field. If this game don't get you up, if football just don't get you up, then ain't nobody else gonna motivate you to play this week. We got to play with a sense of urgency. Last week, we had our moments where we did not play with a sense of urgency. If you remember on the goal line when on the second touchdown by Josh Allen, when they sent the lead blockers and all that good stuff, I saw Deion Jones couldn't get off a block from the running back. No, I'm sorry, from the receiver. It was a receiver they had in the slot, and only thing Deion Jones had to do was block shed, and he couldn't get off this man. He even tried to spin, and by that time he was out to play. And I'm like, Deion Jones, come on, you're a linebacker going against a receiver, a slot receiver at that. You got to be able to get out that block and show some sense of urgency. It's like he just gave up on the play. So we have to go out here and want it more than the New Orleans Aints. If we keep going out here playing with no sense of urgency, then we might as well go ahead and clean house. You know what I'm saying? Deion Jones, we paying you a lot of money. You got to play better when in those situations, because it doesn't make sense. But like I said, my last point is just leave it all out on the field tomorrow. This is our last game. Go out with a bang. Don't go out here playing soft. Go out here and leave it on the field because you got the offseason to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's put a dominating game together. We haven't had one of those all season. Where the defense showed out, the offense showed up, and the special team showed up. Let's go out here and put it all together. Let's play. Let's leave it out on the field and don't leave this game saying, man, we should have did this, or man, I could have did this. No, go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my overall keys to the dub. I don't know if you got anything you want to add to that.
No, you said a good thing. Hey, leave it all out there on the field. Hey, we got to go out there. If we can end the Saints season tomorrow, like ours, I think that'd be motivation going forward.
Right.
Like we established who we are. We already kind of did that. We just missing a few links that leave it all out on the field though. Go out there and play.
Yep. All right, so now we're gonna get to the second. We're gonna get to the second thing that we want to this topic of discussion, and it's gonna be the New Orleans Aints. I call them the New Orleans paper bad people, and the Atlanta Falcons. Weekly team matchup. In this segment, what we like to do is we like to compare going into this game who has the advantage at each position. So we go quarterback, running back, and fullback. Wide receiver and tight end, offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, and DBs. So we're gonna let you guys know who we think has the advantage at each position. So we're gonna start off with the quarterback. Bush, who got the advantage going into this game?
You already know, man. I was gonna have that all day, every day. It's Tyson Hill. He only got legs. That's all he got. And he don't have the star wide receiver. So I'm going with Manny Oss on this. And so you hit on early that Pitts only got 59 yards, so he break the record. Then Matt Ryan for his 4,000 yards for the season. So of course I'm gonna give it to Manny Oss. I think they're gonna go out there and play the last week game.
Yeah, for me, it's Matt Ryan as well. Matt Ryan just, to me, if he gets some blocks, yeah, I mean, we know what Matt Ryan can do. If you could just block for him and allow him to just, eat up this defense, he gonna get it done. So I got to go with Matt Ryan, like you said. Taysom Hill, yes, he has the legs, he has the capability to do a lot more, but at the same time, Matt Ryan has the knowledge, he has the IQ, and he just needs his receivers to catch the ball and the offensive line to block. That's all Matt Ryan need. You give him that, he got you. Let me get to this comment on Facebook. We got my boy Dre Goodman in the building. Shout out to my guy Dre. He said Fats O-line gotta play better. He also said, let's go Falcons. And he said, yeah. I guess I mean, yeah, whatever that man trying to say, man. But yeah, we appreciate the comment. Hey, if you watching, man, don't forget to hit that comment box now, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or maybe even Twitter. I know we got people from all different platforms, but definitely comment, man. We always gonna comment. We always gonna comment back. We always gonna read your comment out loud. So definitely shout yourself out. Let us know you're in the building, and and just participate in the video. Yeah. So let's move on to the next position. We got the running back / fullback position. Who got the advantage going into this game?
Ew. Kamara gonna definitely do his thing. I think if we can have a running game we had like the last two games, we have a chance to take it. I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna say the Saints how we know what Kamara can do. But the Falcons is right there. If we go out there and play our running game like we have been playing like these last 2 weeks, and Mike Davis stepping up, Olderson is questionable, but he been running the ball pretty good, and we already know what corner Patterson do. But I'm gonna give it to the Saints. I think the Saints don't probably have the best running game this week.
Okay, I had kind of went out, but I'm back now. All right, yeah. So I'm actually going with both teams. I think both teams are pretty even. Alvin Kamara got like 700 some yards. Calvin really got. not Calvin Ridley. CP got about 700 and some yards. But also we can go a little bit deeper than the New Orleans Aints because they don't have Mark Ingram, playing in this game. Mike Davis had a solid run game last week. He ran solid last week. Quadre Olison gives you some good carries. And, Wayne Gallman, he can definitely come in and do his thing. So, and we got the best fullback, in my opinion, in the league, Keith Smith. So I got to go at both of them. Like I said, Alvin Kamara, he can be in a passing game and he can be in the run game, and he's a beast. He can hold it down by himself. And then, you still can add in Taysom Hill to that run game. But at the same time, I got to go with both because we both, pretty even. Nobody's just, has the advantage going into this game. But I definitely feel like both teams can kind of, do their thing when they get the chance. Let's move on to the wide receiver / tight end position. Who has the advantage going into this game?
I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this, because we already know what Kyle Pitts do. He already showed what he capable of. David Russell Gage, he's been stepping up a lot. On the backup on wide receiver, Sharp, Zakir, the Autos have been stepping up pretty good when we need them to. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons, especially with Matty Ice throwing the ball. We just have the best wide receiver tight end core over the 8. The 8 wide receiver core is not that good. They don't got a strong wide receiver, and they just haven't been that good. Plus, their quarterback here is not that accurate. So I got to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, and this one I'm also going with both teams. The reason why is because the Aints, they don't have solid receivers, just like we don't. We really don't have a solid receiver. The only advantage that we do have is Kyle Pitts, and if Kyle Pitts don't play, then we pretty much even again. Now of course Cordero Patterson can add to the passing game, but for the most part, he's been playing more running back lately. Haven't really seen him line up as a receiver. So, but I do see him lining up as a receiver this game because we did it last game. He actually made the game-winning catch for us to win the game against the New Orleans Aints the last time we played them. So I definitely see him matching up, creating some matchup problems on the outside this game. But at the same time, other than Kyle Pitts, Atlanta working with, we working with journeyman type receivers. We working with Russell Gage, who has been coming along lately, but at the same time, he only gonna give you but so much. Alameda Zaccheaus only gonna give you but so much. Tajay Sharp, I barely see him sometimes. Looks like we're having technical difficulties again. Let me see. Okay, we're back. Tajay Sharp gonna give you what he can give you, and then you keep going down the roster. The further you go down the roster on that receiver core, it's just like we don't have anybody. We working with Oompa Loompas out there. They dropping the ball, can't make key catches. Other than Kyle Pitts, that's the only advantage we really do have. And the New Orleans Aints, they Taysom Hill can get the ball to anybody. They have a receiving core just like us. Nobody really stands out. Everybody just kind of, contributes the best way they can. And it is what it is. So I got to give it to both teams. But if I had to pick one, I would say the Atlanta Falcons just because I know them more. And also because we have Kyle Pitts if he does play. Moving on to the offensive line. Who you got?
I got to go with the Saints. Their offensive line is way more a core gel together than ours. We still trying to. We got our pieces, but they just not gelling together. They're not singing together like a puzzle. Even though Saints don't have the best offensive line, but they got a decent offensive line out there. If I had to be behind the offensive line, I'd rather go with the Saints offensive line. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. They just have a better offensive line, more of course, than the Falcons right now.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna go with another tie. The reason why New Orleans Aints gave up 36 sacks this season, we gave up 37 sacks this season. Neither team is blocking well, but at the what's the difference between the New Orleans Aints and the Falcons? They haven't had a solid quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Every one of their quarterbacks went in, went out. They had Jameis Winston early in the season. He got hurt for the season. Taysom Hill come in. He gets hurt for a lot of games. They bring in Trevor Siemian. He eventually gets, I think, benched, and then he got hurt. and then you end up having to play with Ian Book for one game. He goes out there trash, and then you get Taysom Hill back, which Taysom Hill I think last game played well, and now going into this game, here we are. So it's kind of like 36 sacks is a lot, but at the same time with different quarterbacks in and out their roster, they had a lot of injuries this year, but at the same time the Falcons offensive line have shown a lot of good, but they also showed a lot of bad, especially last game, just collapsing a lot where Matt Ryan couldn't have time to even pick his nose one good time. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say both teams are pretty much the same. Run the game, they pretty much engaged, was allowed, 700 and some yards total. And then both quarterbacks threw for Matt Ryan so far he done threw for over 3,000 yards, almost 4,000. And with all the different quarterbacks they had, they got almost 4,000 yards per season in the passing game. So you can kind of connect that to the offensive line. So I got to go with both offensive lines. They both pretty much even, in my opinion, going into this game. Nobody really has the advantage. Let's move on to the D-line. Who you got, Bush?
You said what? Say that again?
The defensive line.
Defensive line, I'm definitely going with the Saints on different. With Jordan doing, I don't know if David Ford going to play or not, but they still got Holmes over there. They got defense tackle Truther. He okay. Our defensive line just haven't been doing it this year. There's something we lacking at is our defensive line. We can't get no pressure on the quarterback. If the offense runs right at us, and we giving up yards, I'm just gonna give it to the Saints on this one. The Saints got a better defensive line defensive tackle going in this week.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints as well. I'm sorry, not the Saints, the Aints, because the S is silent. I'm going with the New Orleans Aints as well. They got 43 sacks this season. We only got 17. And a lot of them, most of them 17 came from us just dialing up blitzes and just so happened getting to the quarterback. Dante Fowler Jr., I mean, he think he a flying squirrel out there, want to fly at quarterbacks and miss tackles. We haven't been able to get any pressure just from my front four. And like you said, if teams run at us, we give it up. You know what I'm saying? We need them to run sideline to sideline for us to have a chance. So all in all, our defensive line sucks. Grady Jarrett can't do it by himself. We ain't got no pressure on the outside. So in the inside is where our strength is at. And it's not enough because we don't have nobody else who can beat the one-on-one coverage. When they triple teaming and double teaming Grady Jarrett, somebody has to get off and nobody can. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I got to give it to New Orleans Aints. Some 43 sacks came from somewhere. And obviously they wreaking havoc, especially with Cam Jordan, getting I think he got 11 sacks this season. So, I think they definitely have a better defensive line than we have going into this game. Let's move on to the linebacker position. Who has the advantage in your opinion?
I'm going to give it to the Falcons on this. I like our linebacker core. And not just being a fan on standpoint, they have been playing pretty good, the linebacker core. The linebacker core been keeping us in the game on defense. Between Walker, Lil Corn, Jones, they've been playing pretty good. Even the backup guys after them been playing decent. So going into this week, I'd say we have one of the top linebacker core out there. I'm definitely gonna give it to the Falcons. The Falcons just got the all-around linebacker core that's pretty good, that's pretty solid. I'm definitely giving it to the Falcons.
I'm actually going with both teams as well. I mean, Demario Davis, he's a beast. They got three decent linebackers. Of course, the Atlanta Falcons, Deion Jones and Foyer Lilcorn been doing their thing this year. And I like Michael Walker when he does get his chance. But at the same time, both teams is pretty much even. But if I had to get the advantage, I think the Falcons do have a slight advantage over the New Orleans Aints. But Demario Davis, he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? He can play in coverage. He can stop the run. So with his strengths alone, gives them a chance. Our linebackers are solid. I do love Foye Oluokun. I feel like he's the best linebacker on this team. And then Deion Jones can also give you what he got, what he can, what he been giving you. And Michael Walker, when he finally gets his opportunity to, get a lot of times on the field, I think he's going to be a beast as well. But right now, I gotta give it to both teams. They both have some solid linebacker crews. But the Falcons, I watch them more, so I feel like they do have the better linebacker core. You know what I'm saying? So just to be a little biased, but at the same time be a little bit more objective than biased. Let's go to the DB position, which is the last position. Who you got?
This one, I'm kind of giving to both of them a little bit, cause I think we both got a strong cornerback. They just have a better safety core than we do right now. So they're what they're gonna get. Like they got a good safety core back there. Well, our safety core is decent, and of course we got a rookie out there that well he's not a rookie. His second year in, that he getting a lot of playing time and he's doing good. So it's about the time that if I had to give it to someone, I'd give it to the Saints. Cause the Saints just have that veteran DB squad who know what they're doing. Well, we just don't have that safety, even though we got AJ Terrell. So I'm gonna give it to the Saints. I think the Saints, the eight got a better DB squad than the Falcons. Hate saying it, but their DB squad are better than ours.
Yeah, I'm actually going with both teams have a pretty much the same DB core. Marshawn Lattimore, pretty much same thing as AJ Terrell. He's AJ Terrell's our Marshawn Lattimore. When you look at the other cornerback, I do love Fabian Moore. I think he's solid, but at the same time, he is not your shutdown. Just like the Aints got the other cornerback who's not really, he's not Marshawn Lattimore's status, but at the same time, he's pretty solid. And then when you look at the DB position, we do have Deron Harmon, who is a veteran, just like they have Malcolm Jenkins, who is a veteran. But then you look at the other side, it's kind of like, you gotta hope you get the right date. The right date. They're not consistent. Now I do love Jalen Hawkins getting some time, but at the same time, Richie Grant hasn't shown right now. He have his moments, and a lot of times we got him in the slot. So I look to see him play a lot more slot this game. But I do like Jalen Hawkins, but right now we don't know what we got out of Jalen Hawkins yet. So I gotta say it's even. Nobody really has the advantage. It's just, may the best man, win this weekend, and we'll find out. So I gotta go with both teams, the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons, when they get to the DB position. So that's been the episode, that's been the segment of the weekly team matchup. Now we're gonna get to our last segment, which is one of my favorite segments. But before we get to that, we're gonna go over this playoff picture, because I got the playoff picture. So we got in the AFC, these are the teams that are actually clinched, and this is the order that they're in as of right now, just before this weekend. We also got some games that's gonna be coming on today. I think the first game starts at 4 and the last game starts at 8:30. So it could change. But here is what the playoff picture is looking like right now. You got the Tennessee Titans on the AFC side, number 1. You got Kansas City, number 2. The Cincinnati Bengals, number 3. Buffalo Bills, number 4. New England Patriots, number 5. So all those teams have clinched, and that's their position as of right now. When you look at the teams that are in the hunt right now, if the playoffs started right now, they would actually be in the playoffs. It would be the Indianapolis Colts and the LA Chargers. But on the bubble, you got some teams that's about to be squaring off against each other. You got Indiana, they playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, but you got the Chargers playing the Raiders tomorrow. So that game gonna come down to who gonna take that next spot. So on the bubble, you got the Las Vegas Rams, you got Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and they play each other this weekend as well. Now, no Lamar Jackson, so that could play in the favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we'll get to that in the next segment. But that's your AFC side. When you switch over to the NFC side, you got the Green Bay Packers, who has the number 1 seed, which I feel like I think they already clinched it, so they should be the number 1. You got the LA Rams, who are number 2. You got Tampa Bay, who is number 3. You got the Dallas Cowboys, who is number 4. Arizona Cardinals number 5, and the Philadelphia Eagles number 6. So all those teams have clinched. You only got one more spot, and it's between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. And we have the opportunity to put the New Orleans Saints out of their miseries, and the Rams have an opportunity to put the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, is it the Rams? Can't remember if it's the Rams. Maybe Arizona.
No, the Rams and the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, it's the Rams that got an opportunity to put the San Francisco 49ers out of their miseries. If I had my choice, would I rather see Kyle Shanahan or would I rather see the New Orleans Saints in the playoffs? Give me Kyle. Give me Kyle. I don't want to see New Orleans Saints go to the playoffs at the expense of us. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the playoff picture as of right now. Of course, after tomorrow, we'll know exactly how this playoff picture is going to look. All the teams are going to be there and who they play. So we're going to get to this segment called the J&B Weekly Game Picks. In this segment, we just going to give y'all, we're going to take it game by game and tell you guys who we think is going to win. Also, you can join us in the comment box. If you're listening, put your team who you think is going to win each game as we go along. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be definitely watching the chat box as well. But we're going to start off with the game that's happening today. It's the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Bush, who you got?
I'm definitely going with the Chiefs on this one. The Chiefs going to go ahead and lock it down. It become the playoff time. Either they already made it, that they trying to make sure they don't bump down to a lower seed. So I got the Chiefs. The Chiefs definitely going to go out there and play.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs as well. I mean, I don't see the Denver Broncos. They don't have anything to play for other than their respect. But I also got the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game. The way the Kansas City Chiefs been playing lately, I mean, right now they showing they one of the best teams in the NFL. So I got the Kansas City Chiefs as well. We're gonna move to the next game. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles playing the late game today. Bush, who you got?
This one right here is gonna be nice. They both good teams. Well, the Eagles is alright. The Cowboys been they been playing a good season. But I'm gonna give it to the Eagles. A lot of people gonna be like, no, I don't think so. Everybody know Diz, and they picking on Diz. Look like Diz good. He can make interceptions, but he also give up a lot of yards and touchdowns. So if you can get Smith and Hurts on the same page, and I think Smith is a pretty good wide receiver. It's gonna be a good matchup between him and Diz. Smith kind of got his feet wet now, so he kind of used to him and Hurts both kind of playing pretty good. So I'm gonna give it to the Eagles. I think the Eagles are gonna come out hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Eagles.
Yeah, this game was hard for me until I looked at the depth chart and I looked at it. Looked like the Philadelphia Eagles gonna be resting their players this week. I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles have anything to play for. They already in the playoffs. Ain't no way they moving up or down. And also I don't think they want to risk their players as much as Dallas. Dallas wants to go out here and they want to go out here and win. Especially with Jerry Jones stating that we got to play our starters, and we already know what Jerry Jones says happens. So I think the Eagles aren't going to really play their starters because they also want to go into the playoffs and kind of be that team that people wondering like, okay, what the Eagles plan on doing? They kind of that team that don't nobody really know much about. They do have a good running game, but at the same time, I rather rest Jalen Hurts and just let him try it out in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to show your hand if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, especially against the Cowboys, who got a good defense. They're gonna be coming at you. It's gonna be it's gonna be a physical game because we both know the history between these two teams. I'm not risking Jalen Hurts, and I don't think the Eagles are planning to do that. So I'm gonna go at the Dallas Cowboys on this game. I think because they're gonna be playing their starters. Now, if it was starters and starters, I would definitely go at the Philadelphia Eagles. But I don't think I know Miles Sanders is out. So that's a key player on their offense. So I got to go with the Dallas Cowboys on this game. Next, we're gonna move on to the next game. We got the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. Bush, who you got?
I got the Packers and Lions. bang people knees, especially in work out for them this year. It's no need for them to win this game. On this game, you might as well just go ahead and lose it. So you have a high pick. You already gonna have a high pick up there. That you might as well go ahead for sure. That high pick for sure that you can be up there. So I'm going with the Packers. The Packers definitely gonna win this game.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Packers all day. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. I mean, we say they probably don't even need to play their starters because we already know who's gonna win this game. Like you said, I guess kneecap biting and didn't work out for the Detroit Lions this year. Now, I must say the Lions are a physical team. They are a physical team. They play. I feel like they if they can get a solid quarterback and add some more defensive players to that defense, I definitely think the Lions can one day get themselves back up to par. But they fighting for a draft position right now. They either number one or number two. Either it's gonna be Aiden Hutchinson or it's gonna be JT out of Oregon. So I think it's JK out of Oregon. So either way it go, they gonna get a pass rusher, an elite pass rusher in this draft. And I don't see them trying to go out here beat the Green Bay Packers, even though you want to. But at the same time, what's the point? So I got to go with Green Bay as well. It ain't no point in this game. Next, let's move on to the next game. Another team that should be tanking, which is the Jacksonville Jaguars. But we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Which who you got?
You didn't give it a chance. You have the team that who already tanked. Yeah, like you said, they are. It's no point. Why? Why? That Jaguar, y'all need to stand in the mirror and say, what are we doing? We had a number one pick for the last 20 years. We got to do something with them. But yeah, there's no reason. And the coach definitely trying to get it to that playoff card. They in the hunt right now. They got a pretty solid team, but coach gonna definitely beat the Jaguar. At no point Jaguar even fucking playing with.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm going with Indianapolis either way it go, but the Jacksonville Jaguars would love to be the reason why the Colts didn't make it to the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars are as talented as the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz been playing on another level lately. We already know what Jonathan Taylor been doing, probably one of the best running backs in the league right now. And I just feel like the Indianapolis Colts have more talent than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like you said, Jacksonville Jaguars, y'all been getting number one pick almost. It seems like a lot, or at least a top 5 pick. And you've been, I mean, you should have a team by now. You know what I'm saying? You should have a team by now, but unfortunately, once after Jacksonville, it was over for them. You know what I'm saying? They back to being the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we know them to be. And I just see them, having that, trying to secure that number one pick 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts as well. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Washington football team at the New York Giants. Who you got?
I think the football team gonna win this. They both not making the playoffs. But I think the football team gonna have a better game than the Jets. Um, I gotta give it to the football team. The football team gotta go out there and play and show their fans that they are capable to do something. They capable to do something. So I gotta give it to the football team.
Yeah, I'm going to Washington football team as well. I just feel like they're more talented than the New York Giants. That's not really saying much, but at the same time, the Washington football team I feel like has more talent than the Giants, and I think they're going to beat them. I like Taylor Heineke every week. He kind of he has had his ups and downs, but at the same time he's been pretty solid. And I look to see him have a good game this weekend to try to solidify that quarterback position because he haven't fully solidified it yet. And with no quarterbacks really in this draft like that, no top quarterbacks, I definitely see the Washington football team. I definitely see them going to get a quarterback in this draft. But at the same time, it's no elite ones out there. So Taylor Heineke may be their guy next year as well. But if he can go out here and have a solid game, I definitely feel like he's going to be, he's going to be the look to be the guy next year, going into the next season. So I got the Washington football team over the New York football Giants. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. But before you go, we got a comment from Merrick Gallard. He said Falcons to win versus the Aints. Yeah, I mean, we ain't even got to that game yet, but you already putting in his vote. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the comment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody, let us know, man. Follow us along. Let us know who you got for each one of these games. But yeah, so Bush, we got the Chicago. What was it? Chicago.
The Bears and the Vikings. And your screen just froze. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I turn your mic on. Like I see your mind move, but I don't hear nothing. Now I see your mind move, but I don't hear nothing though. Yeah, the Chicago Bears and the Vikings. Um, yeah, of course, I think the Chicago Bears gonna lose. They try to get it. They try to stay at a low pick, Um, while my partner trying to get back on. Hey, I'm shooting in some comments and let them know what you think about this football. Make sure you share this page. Make sure um uh, and make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe. Make sure you share the page. Make sure you tell people. Make sure you let people know. Put in their inbox. We thank everybody for supporting us. I know it's been a minute since we've been on. Um, I had to go do some training. I was gone for a minute too. Then I'm sitting out back there, everything going my everyday life, my day-to-day life. So that's the reason we haven't been on already. But he been doing videos on his page. Make sure you go check that out. Santa Atlanta 365. Um, and we're gonna keep the content going. Like, if, if we just gonna keep it going, we just gonna keep everything um updating y'all for information we know what's going on with NFL, especially the Falcons. Um, you know, he's a big Falcons fan, love the Falcons. Of course, you see the Bulldogs. I love them. And you love the Georgia team. So it seems like he's back on now. But and make sure you subscribe and make sure you share. Make
Yeah, can you
sure
hear
that
me?
I mean, yeah, I hear you, bro.
Phone. I don't know why my phone just went dead. I don't know what happened. It's on the charger. I don't know what happened and just restarted by itself. So yeah, I apologize for that for all the people that's watching. Let's get back into it. Let me get back right. Get back right. Who we at? The
Yeah.
Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who you got?
All right. I'm gonna say the Vikings gonna win the game. The Bears they can't make the playoffs. They're gonna try to keep a low pick. I think right now they predicted to be like eighth or ninth. It's somewhere between 7 and 11, and they're gonna try to keep that pick there. I don't see them going out there trying to win this game. You might as well keep a low pick and try to pick up a good player or do a trade back. So I'm going with the Vikings. I think the Vikings gonna win this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings as well. I just feel like they have the better team. Adam Thielen, and then you got Justin Jefferson. Dalvin Cook running that thing. I just feel like Chicago, they still trying to figure out who they are. What they are. They don't have the defense like they used to, and Justin Fields haven't really shown that he's that guy. We got some comments in the box. We got Merrick Gallard said Vikings to win. So he got the Vikings as well. We got Sports Live in the ATS. Shout out to Slitter, my guy, man. Slitter said, "Go Falcons." Hey, you already know. You already know. Merrick Gallard said Chiefs to beat the Broncos. So he got the Chiefs to beat the Broncos. So he went all the way back to game one. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate everybody's support, man. Don't forget, man, subscribe to the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365. Definitely support the J&B, the Talk of the Dirty South show, and Fan of Atlanta 365. Shout out to Slitter, man. Y'all go to YouTube right now. Subscribe to Sports Live in the ATL, man. That guy, I think he's like 100 subscribers away from 3,000. So y'all definitely go support that man channel. And we appreciate everybody for joining us, man. You know, we hope everybody enjoying their day right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back to this video, you know. So we both got Minnesota. I just feel like Minnesota has the better team. Chicago ain't playing for nothing. Only thing they playing for, both teams ain't playing for nothing. Only thing they playing for is pride. But you know, at the same time, I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings is better than the Chicago Bears. So you know, that's who I got. We're gonna move on to the next game. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. Bush, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Tennessee on this. Texas says, they got to figure out what they're gonna do over there. The Texas, I don't know what's going on with them. They just got to figure out how they're gonna rebuild their team up. The Tennessee the Titans has got a better team right now. They just had a better team, so I'm definitely going with the Tennessee Titans. They both just playing for pride right now. So, man, I definitely think the Tennessee Titans got a better team than the Texans.
Yeah, before I go, Merrick Gallard said he got the Titans to win as well. So I'm going with the Titans. It's a clear win for the Tennessee Titans. Also, it's an opportunity for the Titans, to get right. Julio should be playing tomorrow. A.J. Brown should be playing tomorrow. Ryan Tannehill, of course, Derrick Henry out for the season. But at the same time, this is your chance to build some kind of cohesion because they really haven't had an opportunity to play as a team yet. And going into these playoffs, you don't know what you're going to get. Julio Jones ain't showing up. A.J. Brown is your best receiver. So, are they going to actually, show that they can play, with can Julio Jones have a good game against the Houston Texans, going into this game? But it's just a way for them to get right before the playoffs and also maintain that number one spot if they haven't already, maintain that number one spot because it's going to be key, especially for somebody like Julio who never seems to get healed up all the way, who's never 100% healthy. Maybe getting that bye week gives him a chance to kind of rest that ankle, whatever he got going on, and and see what they can do in the playoffs. But at the same time, I got to go to Tennessee Titans. Merrick Gallard said Julio done nothing on the Titans so far. Yeah, he ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Last game, 1 yard, one reception for 7 yards. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? You just riding the coattail, in my opinion. If it wasn't for Derrick Henry, y'all may not even be in the playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But Derrick Henry did have, he was doing his thing before he went out, and then AJ Brown had to beat, they had to beat a lot of players with, teams with AJ Brown in that defense. So at the end of the day, Julio just along for the ride, man. According to Slutter, he called him, Fulio. Merrick Gallard also said he was good on the Falcons. Yeah, he was definitely good on the Falcons. He just, he was a spoiled player. He just didn't want to work. I feel like he didn't want to, give Arthur Smith them a chance. And the thing about Alabama receivers that I think because they so used to win all the time, when they on a team that doesn't win as often, that needs to, get over the hump, he can't deal with it. As you can tell, you look at Calvin Ridley now. 2 wide receivers from Alabama that when things was going right, they was good, but now that things aren't really going to our expectation, now they give up on the team. So, at the end of the day, man, Julio just riding the coattail, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Butch, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Like Lamar is hurt. The backup quarterback been playing decent. He been doing the thing, but the Steelers, hey, they trying to make sure they get in that playoff. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get that playoff. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think the Steelers gonna win this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers as well. Because Lamar Jackson is not playing, I do love Tyler Huntley. To me, I feel like he's going to be able to, probably get a starting position on somebody's team next year. But at the same time, the way TJ Watt has been playing lately, I don't see Tyler Huntley been able to, withhold that pressure. And then also, I just feel like, this could be potentially Big Ben last game. You know what I'm saying? It could be his last game going, so why not try to end his last game, make it be in the playoffs? Especially if you could beat the Baltimore Ravens. This may be his last game against the Baltimore Ravens, which is a heated rivalry for years. And then also, I just feel like the Steelers have more talent than the Ravens without Lamar Jackson. They got Claypool. I think Juju. Like they got Najee Harris, who haven't fumbled since he been in the league. He haven't fumbled all season. So Najee Harris is a good running back. So I definitely got to go with the Steelers to win this game, especially without Lamar Jackson. Merrick Gallard says Steelers to win that game as well. Yeah, he going with the Steelers as well. So we're going to get to the next game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Bush, who you got?
I'm going with the Bengals. The Bengals, that's an all-around better team. The Browns, I don't know what's going on. I'm with the Browns. I know what's going on with the Browns. Their quarterback, who they thought was amazing, and not he's so. Um, he's just not getting the ball out there. Their defense is so. They were supposed to be the top defense. That they've been playing okay. They've been playing decent. Um, the Bengals is an all-around better team, and the Bengals is they already in the. I think they clinched the playoff already. But they just try to make sure they hold the spot. To make sure they be a high seed. So I'm definitely going with the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals as well. All around, they're just a better team than the Cleveland Browns. Like you said before, Baker Mayfield just a bust. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta chalk it up. He's a bust. He's not a first pick talent, which he was number one in that draft. And also I feel like those rumors didn't just come out somebody but. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to demand a trade. Baker Mayfield wants to be somewhere else, and I want to see him go somewhere else. Maybe a change of scenery can help him. But at the same time, they try to blame it on Odell Beckham. You see what Odell Beckham is doing with the Rams. At some point, we got to just say it's Baker. You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield just not the guy that everybody thought he was gonna be, and it is what it is. But this game right here, I just feel like Cincinnati with Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. I mean, they just playing some awesome football with Joe Mixon running out the backfield. I just feel like all in all, they have a better team than the Cleveland Browns. Merrick Gallard said Bengals to win as well. Baker Mayfield has not been that good this year. Yes, it's over. I think Baker just a bust. In my opinion, he's a bust. But we're gonna go ahead and move to the.
Please pull with the quarterback. Whitson pull for the Eagles. He need to go to a different team.
Yeah,
Go to a different
change
team.
the scenery.
Try a different team.
Right, definitely a change of scenery. Maybe he can look to let's say the Carolina Panties. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think that'll be a good team for him. He needs to be somewhere where it's not a big city, but at the same time, he can be because Cleveland is just not a city for him. It needs to be somewhere where he can kind of have that swagger, bring that swagger to a team. Carolina with Cam Newton, how he brought swagger to the Carolina Panties. Let me see another team that would be good for him. Maybe let me see. I mean, Pittsburgh could be a team that he can, stand in the division. They're gonna need a quarterback. Ain't one in the draft. They haven't been able to prepare for a quarterback. They haven't put in any, preparation to replace Big Ben. Why not go get a quarterback that can at least, that has experience? Maybe they can trade with Houston to bring in Deshaun Watson to Cleveland, and they take Baker. I don't know. It's a lot of situations, but I definitely feel like those rumors are true. They don't just come out of nowhere. Now, there have been some rumors that have come out of nowhere, but for the most part, I think with Baker, your time is up in Cleveland. I just don't feel like you want to be there, and Cleveland don't want you. Mira Gallard said, I mean, he was good last year. Last year, Baker Mayfield when he led the Browns to the playoffs. Yeah, he had his moments. At the end of the day, was he first pick overall, type of talent? In my opinion, I think he got hyped up because he had the personality. They could sell him. and and Cleveland just needed somebody to sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't had a quarterback. If they ever had a quarterback, I don't
They
remember.
always
Maybe
picking these
Tim
first.
Couch.
They be
Yeah,
picking these first round quarterbacks. Never work out.
right,
Gentlemen,
right. Johnny
who's
Manziel
the
didn't work out for him. So maybe they just need a fresh start at quarterback and just see what happens. So I gotta go with the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. We're gonna move on to the next game. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. Who you got, Bush?
I got the Rams. The Rams. Hey, they number two. I be number two. In the seed right now for the playoffs. And they want to keep that spot, or maybe number one if they win this game. Um, they just got an all-round best team. They offense playing incredible. They defense out there stopping everyone. So I'm gonna give it to the Rams. I would say the 49ers got that type of a caliber team to beat the Rams. So I gotta go with the Rams.
Yeah, before I give my pick, Merrick Gallard said they got Rams to win, and then he said they got a good team. Yes, I'm going to Rams as well. The Rams to me is a clear pick. With Odell Beckham, Cooper Kupp has been one of the best receivers in the league this year. Matthew Stafford he looking like he back at Georgia right now. The way he throwing that ball. I mean, Aaron Donald, we ain't even got to say no more about Aaron Donald. We already know what he brings to the table. And then you got Jalen Ramsey on that island, with whoever he's matched up against. And I just don't feel like San Francisco has the skills, the skillful players to match up with the LA Rams. But I do feel like they're gonna make the playoffs because we're gonna get to the next game. I think it's the next game. No, it's not the next game, but we're gonna get to a game that can determine if the San Francisco 49ers going to be in that game, and that's the New Orleans Saints and the Falcons. But we're gonna get there. Merrick Gallard said Matthew Stafford is playing better at the Rams than he was at the Lions. He had some great years with the Lions. Of course, a lot of that came from Calvin Johnson, but at the same time, Matthew Stafford had a pretty decent career. It's just that I think a change of scenery was needed because the Detroit Lions, one thing about them, they have some great players in their history, but then they never last that long because Detroit just don't know how to put other pieces around them. Look at Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders played 9 seasons and could have went more, but they never built around Barry Sanders. And then you bring it to Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson got tired of losing. He retired early. You know what I'm saying? He retired too soon. And then, Matthew Stafford, I mean, he had to go. You know what I'm saying? They never could put a solid team around him. So at the end of the day, I think just having this change of scenery was the best thing for Matthew Stafford, joining a team that has pieces, but at the same time has an offensive minded coach was big for him. We already know what the coach in the Rams can do. His name kind of slipped my mind. But at the same time, I think Stafford, he looking like he back at Georgia right now, the way he throwing that thing. And Cooper Kupp, he catching it. And Odell Beckham, he doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to the LA Rams in this game. It's a no-brainer, but I still see the San Francisco 49ers making the playoffs, sneaking into the playoffs, because we're going to take care of business. Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. Bush, who you got?
I got the Cardinals on this. On the Cardinals, it's just an all-round better team. The Seahawks can't ever do it like they used to. You know, um, they have to find some pieces out there that they missing. But I'm definitely gonna give it to the Cardinals. The Cardinals is a all-around better team. The Cardinals been playing good this year. Been doing great things on the field. I think the Cardinals gonna take this game.
Yeah, before I get to this, Merrick Gallard said he got the Cardinals to win as well. I got the Cardinals as well. I just feel like they, getting that good win against the Dallas Cowboys last week. Pretty much they had a little slump where they started off hot and then they started to lose, and now it looks like they kind of got back on track against the Dallas Cowboys. You can end this season, off right against a division rivalry. But at the same time, Seattle ain't been the same since Russell Wilson went down with that finger injury. Ever since that, it's been over for Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I definitely see, Russell Wilson getting out of Seattle as well. Maybe this could be his last game as a Seattle Seahawk. But at the same time, I think Arizona is just a better team, and they can kind of like, play into the playoffs, with some momentum. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Arizona Cardinals. Merrick Gallard said it's not the Seahawks season this year. Yeah, it's definitely not the Seahawks season. And they got some rebuilding to do. Maybe they gonna need a quarterback. Maybe Baker Mayfield for Russell. Russell ain't going to Cleveland because Sierra don't want to be in Cleveland. She wants to be in a city where she can kind of, be in the limelight, and Cleveland just ain't it. So it may not be a good trade for Baker to go to Seattle and Seattle to lose Russell Wilson to Cleveland because Sierra ain't having that. But we're going to get to the next game. We got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Bush, who you got?
I'm definitely going with the Patriots on this. The Patriots trying to keep that seed inside the Dolphins. You know, they not bad team, but the Patriots is a better team,
Yeah.
better defense and better offense.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots as well. Miami had a chance to get into the playoffs, but then they lost, and pretty much they got eliminated. The Patriots just been playing back to the old Patriots. Matt Jones looking like he's that franchise quarterback, and that defense is just stout like they always, most likely like how they always are. Bill Belichick back in the playoffs. He trying to go at Tom Brady. He trying to win him a ring too because Tom Brady got him one last year. The Patriots missed the playoffs last year, so here they are back with a rookie quarterback and a stout defense. So I definitely feel like the New England Patriots should be able to beat the Miami Dolphins, especially with the Dolphins not having anything to play with. Maybe they can get a lower pick. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got the New England Patriots winning this game. Merrick Gallard, he said the Patriots to win. Yeah, so we all agree Patriots got this dub easy. Next game we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who you got, Bush?
I'm definitely going with the Bucs. That's going to be a hateful game there. You know, a division around there. I'm going with the Bucs. The Patriots, not the Patriots, my bad. The Panthers, they don't got nothing to play for. You don't need to go out there and win. You need to stay at a low pick. Like, no reason to go out there try to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just because they just have more talent. Even though, Antonio Brown did what he did last week, they don't have Chris Godwin, but at the same time they still got Rob Gronkowski, and you got Mike Evans. You got Scotty Miller and Teron Johnson. They still, and you got Tom Brady. You got the GOAT playing quarterback, and you got Le'Veon Bell at the running back position with a stout defense. So I definitely agree. Carolina need to just go ahead and just call it a season, tank. But if there was ever a team that could beat the Buccaneers at the end of the season and and get that dub, it's Carolina. But I don't see the reason why you even want to win. What would you win? What would you gain out of that? Yeah, you could say, oh, we gain respect, but do you really gain respect? No, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ain't really gotten in the play for it either way it go. They're not getting home field advantage. They already in the playoffs. So why even risk your players like that against the Carolina Panthers team? So I got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. Merritt Gallard said Bucks to win, so he agrees. Next game of the week. You know what I'm saying? Game of the week. You know, it's one of the best rivalries in NFL's history. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Who you got, Bush?
I'm definitely going with them dirty birds. You know, we got a chance to keep them out of the playoffs. It's a good rivalry. You know, we we hate losing. We hate losing against the Saints. So I'm definitely going with the Falcons. I think we're gonna go out there and play. I think we want to keep the Saints out of the playoffs. Just so we can say, hey, at least we're on the top together. Go ahead, sit beside us, grab a cold beer, and let's enjoy the playoff game.
Yeah, before I even lunch on these New Orleans Saints, Merrick Gallard said Falcons to win. So of course, you already know where I'm going. It's across my chest. You know what I'm saying? I can never ever root for the New Orleans Aints unless they playing somebody who I hate as much as them, and there's no team that I hate as much as them. I hate the New Orleans Aints. And so I never root for them. You know what I'm saying? They got to be going against the Cowboys, and I would prefer it just be a tie because I hate them both equally as much, but I hate the New Orleans Aints more. Also, the Falcons got a lot to play for this week. You know, we not getting no low pick, so you know at the end of the day we going out here to win this game. Also, it's bragging rights. You know, if we can stop the New Orleans Aints from making the playoffs and we beat them, we sweep them. At the end of the day, that's like the sweetest season. Even though we're not in the playoffs, that it's considered a winning season for me. You know what I'm saying? As long as we beat the Aints, that's all I care about a lot of times. Of course, I want to make the playoffs, but at the same time, we not making the playoffs. Why not stop them from making the playoffs? I don't want to see the New Orleans Aints in the playoffs. I want to see them on the couch with me. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, enjoying these playoffs games. So I got to go with the Falcons, of course, the home team. Let's get to these comments. Merrick Gallard said Cowboys to win. He also said Yusuka Knight said hopefully the Falcons will get the job done tomorrow. He also said Merrick Gallard said Packers to beat the Lions, and then Merrick Gallard also said Cowboys to beat the Eagles. Okay, so we appreciate your input. But yeah, so the Falcons just gotta go out here and get this dub, man. Why not end the season off right? Take it into the offseason with momentum, bragging rights, and a chance to knock the New Orleans Aints out of the playoffs. Let them have to sit at home and think about the season just like we got to do. You know what I'm saying? So Terry Fontenot get to go against his former team. So you know why not just knock out the New Orleans Aints and just go into the offseason, you know, happy holding hands. You know what I'm saying? So let's not give them an extra. Bragging rights, and let's not give them a chance to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go with the Atlanta Falcons, the home team, the Dirty Birds, to show up against the New Orleans Aints tomorrow and put them out their miseries. Next, we got where we at? We got the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Butch, who you got?
Definitely the Bills, the Jets. That you got no point. Hey, you might as well just stay home. Don't even go. Don't even go. There's no point, really. There's no point. You might as well just stay home. Like, hey, but y'all got that W. Hey, we just try to play for the top 5 pick in the draft. Between the Jets and the Jaguars gonna always be in that top 5 in the last 20 years. So the Jets not going out there trying to play. There's no reason. Go ahead and let the Bills take that W. You stay in the top 5 picks off for the draft before you can pick up a player in the top 5 or drop back for more picks. So I got the Bills.
Yeah. Before I go, Merrick Gallard said Giants to beat the Washington football team, Colts to beat the Jazz, Bills to beat the Jets. Yeah, we all going with the same team. Bills all day. Bills shouldn't lose this game to the Jets. I look forward to seeing it. I look to see the Jets kind of, see what they got in Zach Wilson. That can kind of give him some more time to, develop a little bit more. But the Jets, all in all, we already know they ain't got the team. They just don't have the team. They're gonna be drafting in the top 5 for the next few years. Until they can get some players. You know what I'm saying? So the Jets is not a talented team, and pretty much the Buffalo Bills is. They in the playoffs. Why not, beat your division rivals, but at the same time, go out here and get some momentum going into this playoffs. Get right for the Buffalo Bills because they did. That's my Super Bowl pick. If you remember when we made our Super Bowl picks, I said the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. So far, the Atlanta Falcons have failed me, but the Buffalo Bills, they still in it, and I still look to see the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl, even though the chances are looking a little slim right now. But at the same time, I'm going to stick with my Buffalo Bills.
My two still in there. I said the Patriots. I remember you laughed at me. I said the Patriots. I said
yeah,
the
you
Patriots.
Did say the Patriots.
I said it. I said the Patriots. And it's still a chance for them two to be in there.
So we both have our 2 AFC teams in there, but we both said the Falcons, right? To come from the NFC.
No, I said the Bucks. Remember?
Oh, you said the Bucks coming from the
Yeah, I
NFC, so
said the
you still
Bucks.
got
I
both of
thought.
your teams in there.
Yeah, 'cause I said they wanted. I said the NFL wanted to see them two go ahead because Tom Brady
And Bill
against
Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Okay. All right. So we got Yusuka Knight. He said thoughts on CP's comments about he wants to retire an Atlanta Falcon. I mean, I haven't heard the comments, but at the same time, I do know the love that CP has for Atlanta. He actually had a hoodie on that said "Atlanta changed my life."
No,
So at the end of the day, I mean, he had his best years in his career in Atlanta. Why not come back? You know, you close to home. He from South Carolina. He already know this is his last destination. This is his last opportunity to get a nice little contract. And then after this contract ends, you know, he go home and he just live the rest of his days out. You know what I'm saying? CP, he's a big part of our offense, and I think he got to stay with Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Where else you going to go? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Trying to learn a whole new system, trying to figure out how you fit into that system. You already know how you fit in Atlanta. And we love you in Atlanta. We enjoy playing, playing catch with him every game before the game. You know, he loves the fans. He loves Atlanta. So why not? Why not stay here? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. You got any thoughts on that?
yeah. CP's definitely gonna stay here. I don't see him leaving, and no reason why. Like you hit on, he close to home. He in the South. He ride familiar territory. Like the fan love him. He love the fan, and like he know the system. And I think next year when Arthur Smith actually can put more of his pieces together, it gonna open a bigger um um pay
Opportunity.
I guess strategy for CP. You know,
Yeah.
so it's no reason to leave. He knows ain't nobody gonna give him a big contract. He's not gonna get that young buck a contract. You're gonna make some money here. But not only you gonna make money, and you gonna you building a big fan base here. You know what I'm saying? For you can have a place home where it's gonna set you up for the future for whatever you want to do after you done with football. So I definitely see CP. It's just all like fit for Atlanta fit for him. Like I don't see him going nowhere. I'd be surprised if he goes somewhere. Very surprised.
Yeah, CP ain't going nowhere, man. This is retirement destination right here. And we just, like you said before, you made a good point. CP next year, we don't if once Arthur Smith bring in some more of his type of guys, we won't have to wear CP down like we did this year. This year we had to wear him down because he was the only thing we had in the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Pitts, gave his times, but at the same time, CP was all we had. Now we're starting to, now CP has kind of like, been worn down this year, but at the same time, next year, when he don't have such a big role like he had to play most of the season, I think he's going to be more effective in these meaningful games going into the playoffs next year. Especially, with Kyle Pitts getting another year under his belt in this system, I definitely see CP, have making some big strides next year, coming back next year. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, man. But we appreciate the comment. Let's get to these last few games. We left off. Here we are at did I give my thoughts on the Buffalo? Yeah, I did. So
Yeah.
now we at the LA Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Bush, who you got?
Uh, this is gonna be a good game. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Cause the Raiders trying to do that playoff. They trying to make the playoff, and they've been stepping up. Old buddy Rockfield, what's his name? Randall, what was I can't think of his name. His name is Fleming. But they've been having an awesome game season this year. Um, but I think it's gonna be a good game. The Chargers trying to keep their spot in the playoffs, and the Raiders trying to make their spot in the playoffs. So it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be a good game. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I just think the Raiders gonna come out beat it, but the Chargers is not gonna be an easy game. The Chargers can easily win. Um, they gonna be a good game though. They both have basically the same talent almost. They got a good defense, and the offense is so, but the offense can also score. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, but I'm gonna give it to the Raiders. I think the Raiders gonna come out playing. That it's a hard game to decide. I think it's gonna be an exciting game to watch though.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear the end of it, but I did hear that you said the Raiders. My thing went out again. But yeah, I'm going with my secret loving team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Not only did they get the win last week for John Madden, but I look to see them continue that momentum going into this game with a chance to make the playoffs. You got to go all the way out for John Madden. Even though we know when you get to the playoffs, you ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, if you can make the playoffs for John Madden in remembrance of him, I definitely think this got to be the chance that you can get back into the playoffs. And the LA Chargers, like you said, it's gonna be a good game. Both teams is pretty much the same when you line them up, but at the same time, it's gonna be who wants it more. We both have a chance to make the playoffs. Who wants it more? And I just gotta believe that the Las Vegas Raiders want to get the Chargers out of there and hopefully have them a chance to win to get into the playoffs. So I got to go with the Las Vegas Raiders. Merrick Gallard also says he got the Raiders to win this game as well. So I'm going with the black and silver, one of my secret, teams that I root for. Uh, other than that, do you have any other thoughts on any of these games, or are you ready to move on to the last topic of discussion?
Hey, we can move on, but I just can't wait. I'm gonna definitely watch the Saints in the Falcons game. I'm gonna be on the, but I also want to see that Raider and Charger game. I think they're gonna be those two games gonna be the most exciting games during the last week. Pay attention to them two games because they're gonna be some good games,
And the
great
best
games.
thing about it, they have the Sunday night game, so most likely they fate will already be determined because you got Indianapolis that's in the hunt, and you got the Chargers that's in the hunt, but then you still got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. One of them teams got to win, so it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna come down to who gonna have that last spot. So
Yep.
you got Indianapolis; they should beat Jacksonville, so most likely they should have a spot. And then is it going to be Pittsburgh? Is it going to be Baltimore? Is it going to be the Chargers, or is it going to be the Raiders? So by tomorrow night, they should know what they plan for, if they actually plan for a playoff spot or not. So right now, I think the Las Vegas Raiders have the advantage, and of course the Chargers are in the hunt over the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. So whether one of them teams win tomorrow, if the Las Vegas Raiders win, I think they actually get the opportunity to go into the playoffs. So they'll know what they plan for by tomorrow night, which it just comes full circle. Like they get the prime time game, you get to play on that bigger stage and figure that thing out, duke it out. So
Yep.
we're gonna get to the last little segment that I want to, it's not a segment, but I want to get to this UGA and Alabama game, the 2022 national championship game, a rematch from the SEC championship game. This gonna be a good game. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, y'all know we Georgia fans. But who you got, and what you think. What you think gonna happen.
I gotta go with the dirty, dirty. I gotta go with the Bulldogs. It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a deep. It gotta be the defensive game. It gotta be a defensive game. The defense have to stop. Georgia defense gotta stop Alabama offense from scoring. If we can stop Alabama offense from scoring, our offense gonna get points on the board. We got enough talent that we gonna get points on the board. Even though Alabama got a good defense, we got a talent that we gonna get points on the board. And y'all can see our running game is good. We got three running backs that can go out there, like 3 or 4 running backs that can go out there, hit them holes and get to it. And so I think it's gonna be a very exciting game. Hey, this is a game that's in the making. It's a rematch for um 2018, 19, something like that. When we collided against each other. Of course, um, Smart used to be on Nick Saban. So hey, it's a great matchup. Everybody want to see this. Everybody's excited for it. I think they both some good teams. I think Georgia, if our quarterback can go out there and play his position and do his thing, we definitely got the game. Our defense, you seen our defense. We got a better defense. I feel like our defense is amazing, especially when we get hyped and we start playing our game. As long as the refs don't be caught on them bull jump and target and stuff like they did get missing, and they keep all our players on the field, uh, we definitely have a chance to beat Alabama. Alabama not going to be a cakewalk. We know what the talent Alabama got. We know what they can do. But I think Georgia had a better team, especially when the defense. If our defense can play like we've been playing, we definitely can beat Alabama. Cause y'all remember the game we did play Alabama, they beat us. It was because our defense was slipping. But if our defense come out and play and do what they supposed to do, Georgia gonna win. Georgia gonna walk away with that national championship, and it's gonna turn Georgia. Georgia needed the Braves when they did their thing. Now it's time for Carter to go ahead and do their thing. I think Georgia's gonna walk away with the W. I can't wait. The game Monday, I'm gonna get. I already told people I'm not coming in on Tuesday. And we win. We win. Don't expect to see me. So hey, I think Georgia. Hey, I think the Bulldogs gonna go ahead and take it. Go do their thing.
Yeah. Before I lunch, we got Merrick Galar said, "My bad. I'm going to change one prediction that I think the Washington football team will beat the Giants." Yeah, we both had the Washington football team as well. Merrick Galar also said, "I'm going for the Georgia Bulldogs to win because I am a fan of them." Yes, I'm going for the Georgia Bulldogs as well. I feel like when you look over the Georgia Bulldogs season, we really didn't play anybody in the regular season, even though, there were some names that sounded good, Clemson, Florida, teams like that. But all in all, the Georgia Bulldogs really didn't play anybody with Alabama type talent. And so when we did face Alabama in the SEC championship, we was on this high horse. We believed that, we got the team, and then Alabama came and humbled us real fast. But then what I saw in that Georgia Bulldogs team last week against the Michigan Wolverines, I saw the team look like that loss showed them like, hey, we got to go out here and get back to who we are. You know what I'm saying? And so I think they're going to take that momentum into this next game against Alabama. Now, Alabama is on a whole nother level. They got the Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young, and he threw for 400 some yards against us last time, but I don't see that happening this time. I think Jordan Davis, this is an opportunity for Jordan Davis to show, like, hey, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that guy. So it's an opportunity for him to show out in the national championship game. Also, D. Walker. I mean, if he can go out there and have a solid game, he could be one of them top draft hits in the league. And then you also got Dean at linebacker. This is your chance to show, hey, we that team. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like with Alabama, with Georgia, we needed that loss. We needed to take that loss in the SEC championship game because I think we was too high. And now we seem like we're even keel. We going in here to, we got to leave, just like I said in my keys to the dub for the Falcons, leave it on the field. Don't come off the field saying what we should have did, what we could have did, and what we would have did. Go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? We can go out there and play Georgia football. I definitely feel like we could be a better team than Alabama. And only thing we need Stetson Bennett to do is be a game manager and just play solid. If you could just play solid, let the running game speak for us, and the defense show up, I definitely feel like we could beat Alabama. It's no question in my mind that we can beat them. So I'm going with the Georgia Bulldogs, man. That's my team. I'm rocking with them. We need a championship. You know what I'm saying? Braves went out there and did their thing since '95. We got to go out here and do our thing since 1980. I never got to see Georgia win a championship, so come on, please. You know what I'm saying? Falcons already done failed me. They don't look too good for the Hawks, but last year the Hawks did their thing. Hey, Georgia, come on, man. This our chance. This our chance to take down the defending champs and and win a championship since 1980. You know what I'm saying? We need a dub against Alabama. So yeah, I'm going with the Georgia Bulldogs. I will be tuned in, and if we win, my job, they're gonna know on Monday. I'm gonna put my leave form in around about 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, I ain't coming in. I got a cough over here. I think I got COVID. Well, we teleworking anyway, so I'll be at home. So I'll be, but I'm gonna be celebrating if we win that game. I ain't going to sleep that night. I may even come on camera and go ahead and give y'all some content because I'm gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta go at the Bulldogs, man. We gotta get this dub. We got to.
Got to go get it.
Yeah. So other than that, man, hey, we appreciate everybody for coming in, talking some football with us. Unfortunately, we apologize for all the technical difficulties we had. StreamYard just wasn't on our side today, but we got through it. We did our thing. It was a great video. Atlanta Falcons. Come on, man. New Orleans Aints. We gotta put paper
Put
bags
them
on
on
them
the couch.
boys. Huh?
Put them on the couch.
Put them on the
Hey, we'll
couch.
be like
You know
this.
what I'm saying?
Hey,
Don't
put
let
them on
them
the
go in the
couch with
playoffs. We want them to watch the playoffs with us. You know what I'm saying?
us.
I ain't trying to hear them. I ain't trying to hear them this year. So let's go ahead and put them in their miseries, because if they miserable at night, I'm sleeping good. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a good night's sleep tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? I got my dad, my mom coming over tomorrow. We trying to watch this game. I'm gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta come out and play for your boy. Just play for your boy, and then Georgia gonna go ahead and do their thing tomorrow. The next day. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, it's been another episode of J&B, the Talk of the Dirty South Show, man. Look to see us next year in season number 2. We're gonna definitely be consistent next year, give y'all this content. Definitely look for Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Your boy gonna be on this thing. He's gonna be on his grind this year. 2022. Hey, just so happened I got the 22, jersey with the Fan of Atlanta on the back. Fan of Atlanta 365 on the back. So it was just destined. You know what I'm saying? 2022 is gonna be a good year for your boy. I'm gonna be giving y'all this content this year. You know what I'm saying? Got the new logo. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? So definitely support both shows, man. J&B, the Talk of the Dirty South Show, and the Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's been your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. I'm gonna let my boy go ahead and take y'all out, man.
Your boy Bush, got your boy Bush, Hey, make sure you subscribe, you go ahead share, you go ahead tell somebody, just drop it in somebody's inbox, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead DM somebody's video, Make sure you tell people check us out, man. We appreciate it. Hey, good segment, a good show. Know, a lot of information for the football run, and we're gonna keep it pushing, man. Yeah, we gonna come back with season 2. We're gonna be more. Hope I don't have no more big train to come up again to have me out of the loop and stuff. But hey, we're gonna keep it going. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
The good
One
show.
last thing before we go out of here. I'm looking to come in I'm looking for two more people. I'm planning on doing a round table for the Atlanta Falcons going into this off season. We're gonna be talking off season talk. So please bring your plan. If you the Atlanta Falcons, what would you do? Don't give me what you think you should do. Have a plan, detailed plan. What you plan on doing. Who would you bring in the draft? Who would you bring in the free agency? So definitely, come up with a plan. If you want to join the round table with me and my guy Bush, hey, let me know. Hit me up in the comment box. Send me a message on Facebook at Jeremy Howard on Facebook, or Instagram. I think it's Fan of Atlanta 365 on Facebook. I mean on Instagram. Or put your comment in the YouTube box, or maybe DM me. Let me know. What Merritt Gallard said, I would focus on defense right now and offensive line. Yeah, but hey, if you want to join that round table, let us know, man. We definitely gonna do it. I want it to be a good look. Give me some good insight, man. Give me a real plan of what would you do if you the GM of the Atlanta Falcons going into this offseason to ensure that we have a good team next year. But yeah, so let me know. I plan on doing this. I plan on probably like after the playoffs. So definitely let me know before the playoffs so we can go ahead and get that thing going. And when it's time to do the video, we ready. You know what I'm saying? So I need 2 more people at least to join the round table, man. Let me know in the comment box. But also, don't forget, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in a paper bag for the paper bag fans, that we playing this week. Let them, get them something to keep them warm, because it's gonna be a cold winter for them boys. We send them home, they gonna need them paper bags to cover their head. You know what I'm saying? Rain coming down, they need something to cover their head. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get them some paper bags. But hey, man, it's been another episode of J&B, the Talk of the Dirty South Show, man. Don't forget, subscribe to the Fan of Atlanta 365 show. Support Sports Live in the ATL Slitter. Support his channel. I'm pretty sure he going live tomorrow for the game. So definitely tune in tomorrow. I know I will be. But yeah, man, hey, That's all I got, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. My boy Country Boy Bush, whatever he calling himself these days. I don't know, man. But he in the building, man. But yeah, 2022. It's looking great. It's looking pretty good so far. You know what I'm saying? And also, everybody stay safe, man. This COVID is back real. So definitely, if you ain't got to go out, don't go out, man. Because this COVID the numbers is high. Just stay at home, man. It's crazy, man. So I'm gonna be at the crib, just chilling. That's all I'm doing.
I say be safe out there.
Yep. All right, man. Hey, we out of here, man. Brotherhood, I trust. Rise up, nation, man. Let's get it. Georgia Bulldogs, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we out of here.